Teresa, all right, I've got your work up here. Thank you so much. And I noticed there's two posts here, and the only difference is like one's got 61 megs and the other has 59. So I didn't really see a difference here, but I'm just wondering if there's two. I hope I'm going to get the right one here. So let's go ahead and get started and we'll see. So the first thing I want to do, of course, is just kind of reduce this page a little bit, of course, so we can fit it right in the screen. Excellent. Okay, so let's just go ahead and go through the I think the process book looks really fantastic. It does. It's really set up beautifully, so good job. So we jump right in to the definition of the problem. Now, you might consider an opening page with basically a statement of intent. So instead of jumping into the problem associated with the app, we jump into a statement of intent for the project. Okay. Then you jump, so you've got the statement of intent, then you jump right into the app solution proposal. That's great right there. There's the problem. And then, you know what, try to give your kind of solutions. So you have app solution proposals. So you have the problem and the solution. So you might add another paragraph there. We jump into research. This is great. Research was followed, of course, by target audience. That's great. Now, competition. Okay, there's your competition. So anyway, so you've got your solution. That's fantastic. So I think a lot of this is just the way that it's set up. So you've got your solution statement right here. There's your problem. I would say follow the problem page directly with the solution page. Then jump to so you have problem, solution, then research, then target audience. Good job with your target audience. Looks fantastic. Competitor summary. Now with the competition summary, I would recommend this. You've got two competitors. That's fine. But what I would do is I would show images of the interface for the competition. There's three things you want to do with your competitive analysis. And you want to include the pros and the cons of the following: the functionality and features, visual design, and usability. So we're really getting a really nice cross section of how, and basically what it's doing is showing how you were influenced by the competitive analysis, how that influenced your project. And that's important consideration. So I recommend adding that to your competitor summary page. Prototype digital format, excellent. Then we jump right into our personas. You got 1, 2, 3. Very, very distinct. The homemaker, 32-year-old female, white homemaker. Does she have kids? Does two of her? Yep, she's got kids. Excellent. Then we've got a 40-year-old professional accountant with food allergies. Is he single? He should be single. She's married. Let's get him single. Let's make sure he's single. That's important because that's saying that he doesn't have, I hate to say it like this, and I don't mean to sound like I'm placing traditional roles on a non-traditional setting, but if he's married, there's a good chance that he has a partner that they're considering their food together as opposed to one. So having him as a single 40-year-old professional accountant, young executive, I think is excellent. The difference would be, of course, that he's single. Okay. Then we have this elderly man, retired veteran. Excellent. Excellent. Enjoys good food and socializing with his friends. So he's out with his friends. Excellent. Really fantastic job there. Okay, then we have our scenarios, our scenario storyboards. This is great stuff, Teresa. You're really showing a wonderful understanding. I love it. Storyboards look great. Wireframe sketches. You know, these are really small. They're basically, you can't see them without zooming in. I wonder what you can do here to maybe take 2 pages to show your wireframe sketches and increase these. Another thing you might even consider doing is, you see, I've got the same thing that you do. I sketch very lightly, which means when I sketch, sometimes I have to put my stuff through Photoshop for presentation just to increase the contrast a little bit. You have to be really careful because you don't want the contrast increasing like in shorter little shadow areas. But right now I would increase the size of these so that we can see them, get a better look at those. User testing session. This page is golden. I love it. This is great. Good job. Okay, user test, and then you have your data collection during testing, user feedback and observation. Okay, now we're going to have to add, not this week, but for your final presentation, we'll have to add a written analysis summarizing the results of the testing session here. So we want results. of the testing session. Okay. Then you jump to your paper prototypes. That's fantastic. Great, great, great. Typography and color scheme to be determined. I get that. And then you have your digital comps. Again, these are really, really tiny. I would go 2 or 3 pages on this, just to maybe even 3 pages on this, so we can say, so we can really see these digital comps, or these digital sketches of each of your mock-ups. There we go. Again, try to present those a little bit larger. Okay, so a couple of things we want to make sure that we're going to address for the final submission of this process book, which is due next week. So once you get your written summary of tasks for your usability sketching, you have your photographs of your your testing session, right, which you've got here. One thing you might even consider is, if you're doing further testing, consider videotaping it with videoing it with your phone. And you can, in your final process book, you can embed a video right in a PDF. So you could feasibly add a video session of a user testing session. I think that would be really super engaging. So think about that. So we have your photos, written analysis of summarizing results of testing, like digital mockups of all screen. Okay, so which you have. So we need a project summary, and then we need a complete bibliography, including research and image sources. No, the other things, a couple of things that are optional but recommended, are a page that has your influences, mind maps, so we can see where you kind of got your visual concept for the process book. Scenario task flows might be a really interesting page to include, and also a sitemap might be a really interesting page to include as well. So, all right, so great job. Now I see that you have not submitted your prototype yet, and that's okay. It's right now it's Sunday, so it looks like we'll just go straight to grading for that. But fantastic job so far, Teresa. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Please remember to jump into week 5, take a look at that week 5, the announcements. There's some great examples in there for your final submissions, and there's also what else is, teams for our next project. I've got teams set up, and guess what, Teresa, you're a team lead, and that's based simply on the fact that you're doing excellent in the class. So it's not any more pressure. It's just helping organize the team in terms of presentation, and that does not extra work or anything on your part. So all right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if I can provide any clarifications, please let me know. I'll be more than glad to do so. Fantastic work, Teresa. Thank you very much for sharing.